Can we have a huge round of applause, everyone? As Steve Blank said, no business plan survives first contact with customers. The best startups are those that learn from their customers and pivot to a better value proposition. Good morning, one and all present here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure and honor that I stand before you today to introduce our esteemed speaker for this expert session, Mr. Hitesh Kumar Gulati, Chief Operating Officer of CBMA, is a human capital transformation and change management consultant with 23 years of diversified experience in establishing organizational effectiveness, change management competencies, process-oriented culture, and data-driven decisions for businesses. Sir has been leading HR transformational projects in food and hospitality, electrical home appliances, steel, textile, real estate, and many more. So, strongly advocates and promotes aligning people processes, competencies, and culture with organization's vision, leading to a business growth. Everyone, can we have a huge round of applause for Sir? So, the stage is all yours.
Before we'll start, I'll have a bottle of water also. And in between, I'll have water, so I'll ask you, till what particular stage you are right now? In the ideation stage, while coming to this particular room, I asked Naman and Manav also. Some of you have reached the prototype stage also, where we have launched a particular product in the market. Am I right? Am I right? English, Hindi, Punjabi, तीनों समझ आ जाती है? गंजा देख के कैसे लग रहा है? सीरियस है बहुत? लग रहा है ऐसी? जब पहले आया था ऐसी लग रहा कि नहीं? लग रहा था कि नहीं? लग रहा था ना? कि some villain has entered this particular room. पता नहीं what this villain is going to talk for another 40 minutes. Am I right? Your perception was this? Your perception was this or not? नहीं था? यार ये तो गलत हो गया. Generally मैं ऐसा impression बनाने की try करता हूँ. Why I am doing this thing is I want you to open for next 40 minutes. It should not be a monologue. Where I am talking on? Where I am talking on?
Value proposition.
Organizing team, please don't answer. Where we talk on? Value proposition तो मैंने बोला है उसके आगे क्या है? Value proposition fit है? Business fit. So next 40 minutes, let's not have that particular hitch in sharing the things. मैं भी कुछ चीजें गलत share कर दूँगा, आप भी कर सकते हो. But that doesn't mean that we will not share, right? So once again, I am asking the same question: till what particular stage we have reached in terms of our ideas? Somebody who is in ideation also can also share. Somebody who has launched the product in the market or service in the market, and they have done the marketing part and they have done the re-innovation also, they can also share. Yes. या आप फ्रेंड को बोलोगे पहले तू शेयर कर उसके बाद मैं शेयर करूंगी. हाँ हाँ जी. Yes.
मेरा स्टार्टअप है जो अभी कॉलेज में नहीं है, but I have partnered with my friend at University of Rasa. So we basically do t-shirt printing. Okay. We have launched the product, we have our website, we have done the social media marketing, and अभी offline channel से sale नहीं है, only the online channels.
कितनी सेल अभी तक कर दी आपने?
It was 60 to 65,000.
60 to 65,000. Okay. Very good. Your good name?
Manav.
Manav. मेरे को लग रहा था मानव ही है, but फिर भी मैंने कहा पूछ गलत नाम ना लूँ. Yes, apart from Manav, anybody else who wants to share, even if they are at ideation stage also, please do share. एक चीज पता नहीं आप लोगों को पता कि नहीं पता है, मैं बड़ा हूँ आप छोटे हो, लेकिन क्या किसी फ्रेंड ने शेयर किया आपके साथ? मैं क्या बोलता हूँ, मैं बड़ा हूँ आप छोटे हो, एज वाइज नहीं, एक्सपीरियंस भी एक साइड पे रख देते हैं, ठीक है? और किस चीज में होगा? और ये चीज सुन के आप खुश हो गए, मैं बड़ा गलती का पुतला हूँ, आप छोटे गलती के पुतले हो. That means we have to share in next 40 minutes whatever we want to, and we should not have that itch कि पता नहीं मैं कुछ बोलूँगी या बोलूँगा तो गलत ना बोल दूँ, क्योंकि मैंने आपको क्या बोला है, मैं बड़ा गलती का पुतला हूँ, आप छोटे गलती के पुतले हो, राइट? So let's not have that particular itch. शर्म नहीं करने बिल्कुल भी, ठीक है? और बिल्कुल बेशर्म भी नहीं बनना, लेकिन mid of the way, ठीक है? Start sharing. जल्दी से anybody else apart from Manav who are running their own startup and who have reached a particular stage? कोई नहीं? But you all have that particular thing in your mind that you want to go into entrepreneurship. Am I right? Am I right? Yes, बोलने में भी शर्मा रहे हैं. मैं अब चुपचाप रह के अब सेशन ले लूँ. Yes, when we talk about value proposition fit and business fit, what do you understand by a value proposition fit and what do you understand by business proposition fit? दोनों एक ही चीज है, अलग है? हाँ जी, is value proposition and business proposition the same thing or it's different? Please, it's different. How it is different? Manav, help me to carry this mic in between all your friends so that they can also answer. They should have the mic. How is it different? मुझे लगता है मानव के अलावा मेरे को भी आना पड़ेगा नीचे. आ जाओ. Am I welcome or not welcome?
Hello.
Yes.
It's different.
How it is different?
Value proposition defines the product value, and business proposition defines that the product fits in the business or not.
Right. So it also defines how your product or service is going to make the profits also, and whether it will also help in scaling up or not. Am I right or not? What's your good name? Dipan? Dipan. Let's clap for him. दीपान बाकी सबको भी मोटिवेट करना कि अगले आधे घंटे के लिए वो भी कुछ शेयर करें, राइट? So we'll take the entire this 30-35 minutes talking in two different parts. First we'll talk about what is value proposition fit and what is business fit. Okay? So when we talk about value proposition fit, Dipan has already answered what is value proposition fit. What are the elements which make value proposition? वो कौन से elements होते हैं?
Well, I don't know, but still I can answer these, like profit margin, loss margin, is it valuable in market, and what are the sources to it, and the capital, the market, somehow like that.
Try more apart from what you have shared right now.
Okay, can be like the capital, the raw materials, and where have to be import, export, manufacture, where it has to be built.
Dipan, does it come into value proposition fit or does it come into business fit? It comes into business fit. These both terms are closely related. We'll talk about this once we progress in this session. While coming to this particular area, I had a conversation. I think you already have done lean canvas. Lean canvas आप सबने किया है? नहीं किया है? अच्छा, तो फिर कई चीजें अभी untouched है. Because based on where you have reached in terms of your knowledge, I wanted to talk related to that only. So the thing that you are sharing, that comes under business fit, right? Though both the terms are related to each other, but I am not sharing it right now because I have a habit of keeping that curiosity till the end.
Sure.
So I will try to maintain that curiosity. With curiosity, we feel attached to that particular thing, right? So we'll answer to that. So what is value proposition? Till now, we talked to Deepan also. He said what is value proposition and what is business fit, right? What is value proposition fit?
Sir, value proposition we can say it is like providing quality to the customers and a good customer experience.
So in terms of your product or service, which makes it better as compared to your competitors?
Yes, sir.
So it's a communication about that,
Yes.
right? So value proposition in simple terms is a short statement that communicates why buyers or customers should choose your particular product or service, right? Now we were talking about the elements. I asked you about the elements also, which you shared was related to business fit. What can be the elements which make value proposition fit?
USP.
USP, customer relationship. What more? Target market, very right. You should be aware of the target audience for which you are designing that particular product or service. What more? If it is service, what are the other things that we have to keep into mind when we talk about the elements of value proposition?
The experience we provide to the customers.
The experience you provide to the customers, or even if it is a product, right?
Customer needs.
Tangible or non-tangible project, we all are living in a experience economy. So if the experience is not good, or let's suppose when we talk about Windows or Mac, if we are 100 people here, how many of you would feel, you can say, comfortable working with Windows? How many of you? Most of us. How many of you will be comfortable using Mac? You are a designer? Okay, so let me know why they are saying that they are not comfortable in using Mac. Why they are preferring to use Windows? When we are talking about value proposition fit, as I was talking to you regarding the execution part. The execution part. So why they are not preferring to use Mac? Why they are preferring to use Windows?
So firstly, the cost, the buying cost, and
Mhm.
after that, like, so its maintenance. It's quite difficult if you're buying something that much like in price. You have
Okay.
maintenance also, and also after that, the USB ports you need to have of Apple. All the other stuffs to be of Apple only.
Mhm.
And after that, in Windows, you can use any company brand phone, like for using something, and rest it's quite efficient, quite fast, and only the updates comes of Apple, and in Windows it sucks.
Yeah, so even in terms of the quality of the image, the designs are better when we are working on Mac.
Yeah, in even editing part of some
Yes.
videos is quite.
But again, the same question comes to you. Very rightly, you have shared those things. Why still most of them are not preferring to use Mac? Even though I have also used Windows and Mac both. But why we all are preferring to use Windows? Yes, Deepan. Deepan, let me know if I am pronouncing your name in the right way.
It's DEEPANK.
Deepang. Right. So गलती का पुतला माफ कर देना मेरे को, right?
No issue. Yeah, it's window is much easier because when we use, like, we are all in the first semester and we are learning C language, and if we want to install Turbo C or Dev C++ from Chrome, it's easier and no cost. And in Mac we need to like purchase some software or something. We cannot like directly install from Chrome to laptop.
So that is one part. User interface design is one thing which Deepak has answered.
Yes.
If the user interface design, when we learn these languages also, and when we make different softwares by using those languages, if the user interface design is easier, people would prefer using that particular thing, right? So that is the reason most of the people across the globe still prefer to use Windows. But European countries and US, obviously they prefer using Mac. Am I right or wrong? कुछ चीज सही बोल रहा हूँ, कुछ चीज गलत बोल रहा हूँ, ठीक है? So execution also makes a lot of difference when we are launching that particular product or service when it comes to value proposition fit, right? So the key elements which are important for a value proposition fit are target audience. I think one of you shared from this particular site. Second is what kind of product or service you are going to launch and how are they different from your competitors. Third is your benefits and features. That means what is your brand promise. And fourth is the execution part. As I said, if the user interface design is designed in such a way, your product or service is designed in such a way in which it is easier for the user to use it, people will prefer to use that particular product or service, right? Now, have you ever heard of this term called value proposition canvas? No. अब मैं सिंपल आपसे एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ. Should I make it English Hindi mix both? Value proposition canvas जब आपको बनाना होगा, तो what are the things that you should have in that canvas?
The elements of value proposition.
The elements of?
The elements of value proposition.
Value proposition, obviously that should be there. But what are the 2 or 3 different things that you should have in that canvas? And to give you a hint, since it is about adding value for the customer when you are launching a particular product or service, so what should be those things which should come in this canvas? Customer needs. Very good. Who answered? Customer needs. Improvement areas. These both the things will come into 2 different things in this canvas. Right? The things that you are saying that will come under knowing your customer. So there are 2 other things also that will come under this.
Customer feedback.
Customer feedback. What more? Customer feedback can be in terms of the pain points that the customers are having. Again, that will go into the canvas what she was sharing. Customer needs, customer feedback or customer pain points. And one more thing would be there when we talk about this knowing your customer canvas. Target audience. Product description. This will come under your value map. When it is from the company side, they are working on the product or service. This will come under value map. I am not showing it to you right now on the screen, but I want you to brainstorm first, then only I will show it to you. Otherwise, it becomes more like a monologue. I have to complete it by 11 o'clock and then I leave. That I don't want. It should be somehow fruitful, even though the time is less, but we will try to make it useful. So that is the reason I have used only 5 or 6 slides in this entire session, right? So based on whatever inputs you all have given, there would be 2 canvases that we will be making. One will be the customer profile. My dear friend in the last, what does customer profile talk about? Yes, my dear friend. आपके जो second, आपको छोड़ के एक और बैठे हैं ना साथ में आपके, हाँ. What does customer profile talk about? एक ना मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है, अगले 25 मिनट के लिए मेरे साथ बातें करना, अपने फ्रेंड्स से बात करना, ठीक है? हाँ? कस्टमर प्रोफाइल किस चीज की और बात करेगी? सबने कुछ अपने अपने पॉइंट्स ऐड किए. सो अगर आप यहाँ पे भी देखते हो, what customer profile talks about? Then we are making this value proposition canvas.
तो कस्टमर क्या चीज खरीदना चाहता है?
कस्टमर क्या चीज खरीदना चाहता है? So that means you are trying to know कि what is the customer, what he wants, उसके pain point क्या है, और lastly कस्टमर को उससे गेन्स क्या होने चाहिए, आप वो चीजें जानना चाहते हो कस्टमर से, राइट? ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच. So in this particular canvas, when we'll talk about customer profile, we'll first take the customer jobs, and again if you see it on the screen, we all know about booking.com. We are aware of this. Booking.com किसके लिए यूज होती है? Hotel booking, apartment booking when you are going to some other stations, हाँ? Flights के लिए यूज होती है, और flights, accommodations both, packages, बिल्कुल है ना? So customer jobs यहाँ पे मतलब ये है कि you are trying to know your customers. So customer job means you have to find and book accommodation easily and quickly. This is what customer wants. Compare prices. He wants a platform where he or she is able to compare the prices. I'll say they'll be able to, not he or she, because that makes it more gender neutral language, right? So they'll be interested in knowing what are the different prices, options available, access reliable reviews, manage reservations and travel plans in one particular place. So whether it is travel or booking में होटल से आते हैं कि नहीं आते? आते हैं ना? So this is what the customer wants on one particular platform. The pain points are difficulty finding accommodation within budget, no transparency in pricing and availability, uncertain reliability, because at times when they reach to the booking sites, whether it is in terms of the flights or hotels, कई बार the bookings are already full, inconvenience of managing multiple reservations and travel plans. And the gains out of this particular problem, if they are having this particular problem, what are the gains that they want is wide selection, best price guarantee and comparison tool, trusted reviews, convenient reservation management with real-time updates. So this is from the customer end, which we as a company or a business owner, we should be aware of. If we are aware of this particular thing, then only we will be able to make the value map. Now the value map will talk about what kind of product or service we are going to make based on this. So product and services means accommodation search and booking platform, price comparison tool, accommodation reviews and ratings, reservation management dashboard should also be available there for the customer. The pain relievers would be extensive options for all budgets, transparent pricing and availability information, verified guest reviews would be there so that the customers can make their particular plan based on the reviews, and centralized reservation management system would be there. The game creators would be, we'll be having personalized records, special deals and discounts would be there, instant booking confirmation and seamless payment process, mobile app to manage reservations, right? So till now we have spoken about how to use this particular canvas, but अभी तो मैंने बड़े easily आपको बता दिया कि one is knowing about your customer profile, another is about the value map. My question to all dear friends present here is, based on this canvas, how do we understand what is the value proposition that we have to reveal to the customers? कैसे कर सकते हैं? And somehow the answer is already there on the screen. बस आपने सोचना है कि वो gap कहाँ पे identify करोगे आप. To give you a hint, value map is coming from the company side, the business owner side, whereas the other one is customer profile is coming from the customers, in which we as a business owner are trying to understand. So how will we understand the gap and we'll come up with a value proposition fit canvas?
Affordable. We have to provide affordable rooms and that are available जहाँ हमने घूमने जाना है, उधर की जो सबसे visited site है, उधर उसके आसपास हो accommodation, ताकि साथ में
ये जो फीचर्स यहाँ लिखे हुए हैं, अगर आप देखोगे इसमें कस्टमर पेन्स भी लिखे हुए हैं, ठीक है, और दूसरी साइड में पेन रिलीवर्स भी लिखे हैं. तो अगर यहाँ बीमारी लिखी है तो वहाँ दवाई लिखी हुई है, ठीक है. मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ, इसके बेसिस पे आप कैसे मैच करोगे whether your value proposition fit canvas is able to address the kind of, you can say, features the customer is expecting in your service or product.
Different customers की different purchasing power होगी, तो उसके हिसाब से for every range of customers, तो every bracket of customers हमें different defined होगा section. जैसे for example अगर एक बंदा है उसकी purchasing power 10,000 का रूप लेना है, तो उसके लिए 10,000 का होगा, whether the other person जिसकी purchasing power कम है उसके लिए affordable.
And even if you see it here itself, the customer profile is more talking about the problem statement plus the end result, what they are expecting in terms of gains, right? Whereas, yes, you wanted to share something. Should I complete or उसके हाँ? मैं इसको करता हूँ, but आप साथ साथ करना, because I don't want to कहते हैं ना, I don't want to interrupt your flow में चीजें आ जाती हैं, बाद में भूल जाती हैं. Whereas value map is from the company, and where they are talking about how they are going to address the problem which the customer is facing, right? So even if you read those particular statements, you'll be able to know whether the solution statement is having all the features in their particular product which is addressing the problem of the customer or not. Yes, my dear friend, you wanted to add something.
So, for example, a customer needs a good return policy with which product they are purchasing and a good description about the product.
So again, यहाँ पे आप pain points में लिखोगे आप.
So no, they are not pain points.
नहीं, इसमें क्या होता है? Return में भी क्या होता है? Company can make a process. If you cancel the reservation, which is already there in most of the sites, उसमें time लिखा होता है कि if you are cancelling it before 48 hours of the booking, I'm just giving you an example, it might be 24 hours also, the customer will not get a refund. But if they are cancelling it, let's say a week before the travel plan or the hotel plan booking जो booking की गया, हफ्ते में भी इसको कुछ रिफंड मिलना चाहिए, so they can make the slabs as per that also. Maybe if they are not refunding the 100% amount, maybe it can be 80%.
18 to 90%. Right? Yes.
कुछ कहना चाहते थे और
No, sir.
या मैंने इंटरप्ट कर दिया फिर से?
No, no, sir.
अच्छा. Now value proposition canvas till the time we are not working on business fit is incomplete. What is business fit? What is business fit?
Whether it would be profitable to launch the product or not.
Whether it would be profitable to launch the product or not, and whether
we survive the market.
we will be able to scale our particular business based on that particular product or not, right? So अगर हम वापस business fit की बात करते हैं, so business fit is, and you can say evidenced when you take this value proposition and deliver it within a profitable and scalable business model. Now what is that which makes you business fit? What are the factors that we have to keep into mind when we are talking about business fit? Cost of production, market capital, market size as well, customer segments as well, or और क्या चीजें होंगी? Distribution channel, raw materials. There are total.
Marketing strategies, raw
Marketing
materials,
strategies.
advertisements.
Yes, yes. So when we talk about business fit, we have to work on three different things. Now those three different things are problem solution fit. Can you give an example related to problem solution fit? Or what generally happens in problem solution fit when we are working on business fit?
Customer is receiving damage or something like that. A damaged product.
That comes under problem solution fit.
Yes, sir. So we have to solve that problem of the customer.
Again, a damaged product is one thing for which you don't need any new features. That is one particular product which has been damaged, so that can be replaced. But I am saying in terms of when we are adding new feature, because value proposition fit is related to that only. When you are adding new features in your particular product, and that is again based on one thing, which again I will be talking towards the last of this particular session, not in right now, because few things should be shared at the last. If too many things are shared at one particular time, it becomes too much confusing. तो आप लोग अपने बाल खींच लोगे, मैं नहीं खींच पाऊंगा. Am I right, man? है ना?
Yes, sir.
Problem solution fit में
So somehow we can say like कि हमारे को raw material में कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है, उसको बनाने के लिए हमने खुद की एक फैक्ट्री लगा ली. Somehow.
problem solution fit is when you are trying to understand the problem from the customer end, and you are ready to work on that particular solution, right? जो आपका next है product market fit, वो different है इससे. Any example can you give related to this problem solution fit?
Many Indian startups, Board, Oyo, they all firstly worked on the problem the population is getting. So like they first understand the problem of the market, they like worked on the problem, they find the solution, they present the idea, they get the pitch, they get the funding, and everything goes on booming.
Very right. So Oyo is a very good example. Another example, if we talk about COVID times, Zoom is another example. And when we talk about problem solution fit, there are two approaches. One is proactive approach. Zoom ने पहले बना लिया अपना वो क्या कहते हैं platform for online meetings. Whereas other players, what were the other players? Google Meet, WebEx, MS Teams. Now there are many other softwares also related to this. So they were a bit late as compared to Zoom. So in case of Zoom, it was a proactive approach when we talk about problem solution fit, whereas other players, they were working on demand driven approach. There was a demand, they realized the Zoom would not be able to cater to all the things, and plus there was some security, you can say, threats also when we talk about Zoom initially. During COVID times, there were some threats related to data theft from Zoom. It was very easy to steal those email IDs, contact numbers from that. Yeah. So for that particular reason, other players, they also took the benefit and they also came into the market with some more secured features as compared to Zoom. But again, Zoom was following a proactive approach, whereas the other players, they were following a demand-driven approach. Yes, my dear friends in the second last row, I hope Google is not helping you in finding the answer. No, na? So you're not using the mobile phones? क्या कहूँ, गंजे की आदत बहुत गंदी है, सुधरेगा नहीं गंजा. We are left with last 7 or 8 minutes, right? I will not take much time. What is product market fit? Based on the problems that we have identified from the feedback that we have received from the customers, we start working on adding features to that particular product, right? So product market fit is
To target like teenagers के लिए teenagers type के advertisement, old age के लिए old age type के advertisement. अब जैसे Mercedes car है उसको ad डालने की क्या जरूरत है क्योंकि those people don't see TV.
So is it satisfying you can say the needs of the customers or the problems that they are facing? Is it giving the solutions for that particular thing or not? Will come under product market fit. Now what is business model fit? बिल्कुल सही, हमें प्रॉफिट हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है, and whether using the same product, whether we have added features which will be used in future also, let's say next 1 or 2 years. So is it scalable or not, right? So these are some of the things that we'll take care of when we talk about business fit, right? But before I'll conclude on this, there is one thing that we have to keep in mind when we are talking about value proposition fit or business fit. What is that one thing if you want to be a leading player in the market and if you want to work properly on value proposition fit and business fit? Very basic thing you have to remember, and I'm not sharing it with you right now. What is that one thing which will help you to be a leading player in the market and you'll be able to work on this value proposition fit and business fit in the right way? What is that one thing which will help you?
Constant demand of the product you are selling. Constant demand of the product you are selling.
Constant demand of the product that you are selling. So what will help you to know that particular constant demand of the product?
So you should get in touch with the market.
Get in touch with the market. And to sum it up in a very simple way, it is all about social listening. What is this social listening? So you are having knowledge about your customers, your industry people and your competitors. So if you are having that social listening or knowledge about what is happening in the market and what is the, you can say, need of the customers, what kind of features they want, if that is there, we'll be able to work on this value proposition fit as well as business fit, right? So one is we make the product or service and we feel it as if this product is going to be there in the market for 5 years. You have to be more into the present and you need to have that particular social listening power. So it's not like the owner should have, obviously there should be a team who should work on those particular market services, right? So thank you so much. Over to Sahil sir.
Your words were truly insightful. Everyone, can we have a huge round of applause for Sophie?